Wait, y'all in the comment section, are y'all able to hear my music for the intro? Because every single time I play it back, I play my videos back for the last like week or so. It seems that the music is muted. I don't know. Maybe YouTube is trying to hold back, the goodness that is my intro, but it is what it is. Hey everybody, it's your boy Jeremy Speaks, and I'm coming at y'all again today with another video. And I am here with none other than my homeboy JB Says What? It's been a minute since we got you over here for a live, huh?
It is.
And I am so happy that we did. You don't like to do lives, and I'm definitely trying to snatch you up out of that because, oh, well. Looky. It's awesome.
What up?
With us, huh?
What's going on?
If also another round, if you wanted to come up here, you can, because I wanted to be there for yours, but unfortunately I was at work and on my way home from work in traffic, so I really couldn't be up there. But if you wanted to come up and like get in this dialogue with me, then you can as well. I just want to let y'all know, please forgive me if I cut up too much. I don't like Joy. I don't like Joy.
Oh man.
Jeremy don't like Joy. I don't like her. Jeremy ain't gonna never like Joy. But you want to know what? I will do my best in the moment to be as objective as possible as I analyze the situations that I see in front of me. But me personally, I don't like Joy for multiple reasons. But you know what? Let's get started here. So we picking up where we left off. Last season we saw Chris basically said, Monique ain't about to divorce me, and then we hear that they getting separated. I want to know who's a and now I guarantee you is Monique's lawyer as he's drawing up those divorce papers and also getting ready to take half. But you want to know what? Monique ain't even on this season. I wonder why. But so the first scene that we see DJ Quick at a radio station. Now he has a radio show. It seems that that's what everybody's doing who's in reality television. They all just go get a radio show and then try to do that. But it actually does fit him well because he is a radio personality. It's not like it's going from just some TV personality who's trying to fit into radio. But while he's going and basically talking with his co-host, all of a sudden she gets a news announcement that it's all over the blogs that Monique and Chris are about to be separated, or they're having a separation, or it's a separation of joints or whatever like that. So he says, I don't believe that. I ain't about to believe that. So what did y'all think about this scene? Did you think they truthfully didn't believe that Monique and Chris were getting a divorce, or do y'all believe that he was just trying to save face so he didn't look messy? Because I believe that him and Ashley definitely be dog walking Monique and Chris behind the scenes at the house when they talking. I know that they be trash talking about Monique and Chris.
Personally, I think all of them knew. Including Jamie. And I know Jamie knew because he was retweeting away.
He was retweeting what?
He was, what's that other girl's name that I didn't get her name? I didn't catch her name. Was it Reina? Ashley's friend. What's her name?
Her name is Alicia.
Okay, she was tweeting stuff on Twitter when all of this stuff was going down with Monique and Chris, and Jamie was retweeting it. And people was like, do you know what she's talking about? He tried to come back and be like, no, I didn't know what they was talking about, but he absolutely did. He absolutely did. So
retweeting stuff like what? What like
she was saying stuff about Monique.
Like what? Like what was she saying about Monique?
I can't really remember. It was like she was saying stuff about Monique lying, about the season and stuff like that, because that was around the time about the whole contract thing. So when she said that, Jamie was retweeting the stuff. Like literally retweeting it. And I saw somebody in the comments that was like, do you realize what you're doing? And he was like, somebody just told me, so I deleted it. No. Yeah. You ain't dumb. You ain't dumb to this. You stay on Twitter trolling people. So I knew you knew.
We talking about DJ Quick.
No, I know, but I'm just saying in general. I think they all knew.
Oh, okay. You think they all
Yeah,
knew? Okay, I see.
yeah.
What about you?
Um, Looking at that scene, I felt like it was staged for one,
Mm.
because we don't know when this was filmed. Because if you go about based off what the blogs were saying, Monique and Chris, because I saw on Twitter the other night, everybody was asking why did they keep talking about Monique and Chris, and Ashley says they didn't know that Monique and Chris weren't coming to the back to the show. They wanted the impression that they were coming back. So I feel like that scene with Quick in that studio, I feel like that was Carlos King behind that at that point. But I do agree with Chef Don that I do believe that they knew something. You can't pay me to believe that those people were oblivious. I mean, look at last season, look at the reunion. Obviously, Monique and Chris were going through some issues, although she wants to get on, social media and put her ring towards the camera,
Listen,
like Andy Smith.
talk about it. Yeah. Okay.
Child, listen.
I think
Y'all,
it was
so
staged.
another round says, well, Arena knew they were living in different homes. I did not know
So
that.
did Ashley. Ashley did a whole interview.
Y'all, I feel like I am about to be windmilling for Ashley this whole season. I feel like I can feel it in my bones. I feel like this is about to be a rough ass season for Team Ashley. Because something tells me Ashley is about to cut the fuck up this whole fucking season. She needless to say did not disappoint this season either. She did not give a fuck about getting the shit started. Period. So in the next scene that we see DJ Quicksilver and Jamie basically meeting up, and then we also see, Arena and Ashley meeting up. So Arena and Ashley are hanging out, and from what we see now, she says that they've become friends, not friends with a D, but friends, with a F as a FRENS, because she ain't getting no D. She ain't getting no D from from Jamie, and she ain't getting no D from her. Now I was kind of confused on the shade. I was like, wait.
It didn't land. It didn't land.
I was like that just seemed like a stray shot. I was like, wow. I was like, it would be different if you and Arena were both shady, but if Arena ain't shading you and you just throwing shots at her, it does kind of come across as kind of messed up.
Yeah.
I didn't, me personally, I love Arena. I love Arena and I love Ashley. Now, I know Arena may not like me that much, probably, if she's seen my content, because I be eating her husband up. But, at the end of the day, Jeremy love Arena. Jeremy didn't love that. I ain't like it, Ashley. Leave Arena alone. She a nice lady. Let her cry and eat peanut butter in peace. Okay? So so the scenes are happening simultaneously. We both seeing Jamie and Quick talk, and then we also seeing Ashley and Arena talk. And what we learn is that Jamie is actually retiring from the police force and he was in there for 20 years. Now, if y'all had heard back in the past of my first couple of reviews that I did for the season, I've been told y'all that Jamie was in the police force. I was told that he was a police detective. That's what I was told from back in the past. Like, they said that he is a police detective, but he don't like to talk about it. And I was like, because, he hanging around all of these street people, probably, that he don't want these people to know that he probably working with the feds. He don't want them to know that. I 100% understood why he don't want that. Cause he's in areas where there potentially could be possibly danger happening if they found out that he is working with the police, so, but did y'all know that he was working in the police department?
Yeah, I knew.
Okay.
I didn't.
You didn't?
Mm-mm. I saw it on social media after the season, but I didn't know prior to last season.
How did that make you feel?
Go ahead, it's the same way I felt. It's the same way I felt about Jamie last season. Jamie. I feel like Jamie, much like with Monique, they show you what they want you to see on television, and that's fake as hell. If you're quote unquote on a reality TV show, then show your real life. Even if you are a cop, show your real true life. So So I found it funny that now he's talking about he's retired. I'm like, but we had a whole season 1.
So that means that during the last season, he was actually still working as a police officer.
Mm-hmm. But I was told that he wasn't.
Huh?
I was told that he wasn't.
No,
I actually heard that he'd been retired. Since
No,
before
he
they started
literally
taping
retired.
the
I had
reunion
heard,
for the first season.
I had heard that he had retired after the first season as they prepared to get ready for the second season. That's when I had heard that he was retiring.
Mm.
Because they were telling me he's getting ready to retire, as I was recapping the first season. And then he actually retired. And I think he actually did like a post about it or something like that. It might have been deleted, but I remember it. And it was after the season had wrapped. So it let me know that he was actually doing police work while he was also filming the show and also doing his DJ activity. So, like, I thought he owned the club. At this point, we don't know what the hell he does. I don't know if he's a mortician, a police officer, a DJ, a husband that likes to cuss his wife out in front of, the clubs and stuff like that. I don't know what Jamie is. All I know is that what I do see about Jamie, things are very questionable. Very questionable. And can I just say this before we go further? Like, I just want y'all to completely be objective with me as I go through this. I promise y'all, I will not allow my dislike for certain characters to cloud my judgment on how I review this show. But I will let y'all know right here and right now, I was not mad at little Jamie for his reaction. I'm going to just say that. Now, do I think that little Jamie was disrespectful? Absolutely. Was he way more disrespectful than Jeremy probably would have gotten if he was talking to his own daddy? He was definitely more disrespectful than I would have been, but I'll explain. We can get into that later. But what we listen and we hear from Reina that they're throwing a party for Jason
Jason.
as he's getting ready to go to the Doors program, right? And what I love the most about this is that we are actually seeing a journey of Jason from being this person who was just in the room, not being able to do anything, so sheltered, and almost being pigeonholed, and almost kind of like getting forced into something that he didn't want to do last year, to speaking up for himself, and now going into the Doors program and about to live his life as an actual adult, and getting ready to be more so independent and learn how to live his life on his own throughout his disability. And I thought that was a really beautiful thing, for us to see, because we're literally seeing a journey from A to B and then from B to C. And I really can't wait to see how much is it Jason, right? Jason grows. And apparently they're going to be having a party for him. Ashley said that she loves his smile. So have you guys known about this Doors program, have heard about it, or know anybody that, may suffer from some type of, blindness or disability? No? So basically, and that's one thing I do like about, this show, is that it brought us something that kind of, we didn't know about. Like, a lot of us really didn't know about the Doors program and whatnot. But also we're hearing that Lil Jamie is kind of having some friction with his dad. We hear Jamie's side of the story, while he's talking to Quick and basically saying that, like, he's ungrateful. He's not really trying to listen to nobody. He ain't trying to get no job. He's this, he's that. And then we also hear Reina. Reina is very emotional. She always feels like she's stuck in the middle. And she says that while, they were, trying to get everything situated, little Jamie had a ticket that he needed to pay. His dad said, well, son, you need to pay that ticket. Well, little Jamie said, well, y'all know I ain't got no job, so can y'all like lend me the money so I can do it? The daddy said, no, you got to figure that out on your own. And then the mama said she felt offended, not by him wanting the money, and was irritated by it, that he couldn't have it, but more so the fact that he brought up like the girlfriend always holding him down, and the fact that she has been holding him down this whole time. How did y'all feel about that? Like hearing like Reina and Jamie's side of the story against Lil Jamie.
I'll let you go first, Jay.
Okay. So listening to both sides, I think it's fault on each parent and even little Jamie. Because for little Jamie to sit there and bring up his girlfriend and what she's done for him, it's like, these are your parents. They've taken care of you from the time you could, from the time you could walk to where you are now. And I get little Jamie's frustration and the fact that they sent him out there to get that job, but the background check didn't clear because of his record. But you can't be mad at anybody but yourself because you're the one that put yourself in those situations. Now, as far as the ticket, could they have paid the ticket? Yeah. Are they obligated to pay the ticket? No, they didn't get the ticket. He got the ticket. So I can see both sides of it, but I lean more so toward his parents because you got the ticket, you the one with the record. So what's so hard? I mean, you know you already got a record. Why are you out there speeding? You're just adding to it at this point.
And he's still on probation.
And his daddy give him $100 every week.
I wish my mama was able to do that when she was living.
But I just want to let Jamie know 90s babies ain't doing that. Your child is doing that. That's not something that 90s babies got. Like, we're not doing that. Me, like, I don't know if all three of us are 90s babies. I feel like we are. Are we?
I am.
80s.
Ooh. All right. But you know, me, like I've always been very independent. As soon as I turned 18, Jeremy went to the military. I was gone. I was, and I never once asked nobody for anything, did any of those type of things. So I'm just saying, it's not a generational thing that's going on, and I feel like it's sometimes a cop out to try to use and blame generations like for your child's mistakes or behaviors. That's not something that generation, you know, the millennials are doing. We are like, a lot of us are going to college. A lot of us are business owners. A lot of us are zipping and zooning and zooning and zipping it. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, you can't blame your son's actions on our generation. You have to blame it on the parenting, unfortunately, that may have happened. Not saying that you did a bad job, not at all. I don't think that Jamie and Reina are terrible parents. I think that they're really loving and great parents. But I do think that maybe there was some type of a false misrepresentation of what the world was as Jamie was growing up. Maybe that was the case, because I truly don't understand how little Jamie is turning the way he is when he came from a 2-parent household. One parent is a cop, the other parent is a business owner. You was raised very well, but somehow you chose the streets. I don't really see how that's the thing.
You know, I will say one more thing. I think it might be like I think he's the middle child, right? So it could be that middle child syndrome as well with him.
Is he the middle child?
Yeah,
he is.
The daughter older, Jason younger. Yeah, he the middle child.
Oh yeah, you're right. Okay, go ahead. Explain a little bit more what you're talking about.
I mean, you know how some people feel like the middle child gets looked over, because as you can see, I'm getting ahead of myself, but you can definitely see when it comes to Reina, Jason is her baby.
Yeah.
Jason is her baby. And then the oldest daughter, she's just with the oldest daughter, you can see that she's just kind of independent. She does her own thing. And then you got little Jamie in the middle who just is just basically just does what I guess they kind of let him be on the wayside, because he even said how his grandmother does more for him, does everything for him. So I feel like him being the middle child, with Jason getting so much attention from Reina, again, like the daughter, she's the oldest, so they might have just kind of looked over him at sometimes. That's how I feel. Not saying that they bad parents, but that's probably what happened.
Well, I see Ebony M in the comments. She says, I think Jamie would have to start a business since he has a record, but he's not ready yet. I'm pretty sure there's plenty of jobs that, felons can get. I know a lot of felons that are working.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really sure, but like, y'all, I just want us to understand as Black people, because I really do think that this is a strong misrepresentation in our community. Like, being an entrepreneur is a lot of work. It takes a lot of work, a lot of business plans, a lot of investment, a lot of time, a lot of losses, and a lot of capital and things of that nature. Like, I just don't believe that we should just be saying, okay, he needs to start a business. Like that, like, not everybody needs to be a business owner. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is something that select few people can handle. Even myself, as a like when I was graduating college, I was thinking about starting my own business, but I had to think like, did I want to be did I want to like try to start up a corporation or try to start up a business off my own funds, going to these people trying to get business loans, mocking up a marketing plan, segmentations, and like it's like it takes a lot of work. It's not just, let me just create a t-shirt line.
Right.
It's not like that. So I really do feel that what Jamie really needs is a felon program that helps people get jobs. In that after you get a certain job and you work a certain amount of time, you go to a job that has a little bit more, and then you continue to climb and climb and climb. You don't have to, you don't have to go the entrepreneurial route if that's not for you. And it's not a way for quick money. If anything, it's going to end in a loss for the first 2 to 3 years before anything. But I know one man personally who was a felon and started a towing truck business. He's really
I'm pretty sure he got tired of his lifestyle, though. You do get people who get tired of going to jail, going to prison, or whatever the case may be. Lil Jamie is not there yet, unfortunately.
And not only that, like the person that you're talking about might just be very responsible and always wanted to be a business owner, but they also ran into their own issues. It's not just like let's just start a business. And like when I was in business school and I come out and I listen to people like talk about businesses, and especially our Black community, and they speak about it like it's just, oh, let's start a business. It was like that's a lot of work.
Yeah,
it's a lot of work just doing this damn channel, but let's move on. So give me 1 second. I gotta see what the next scene was. I cannot remember these scenes in total. Okay, I remember. So the next scene that we see, we're introduced to none other than the lovely couple from Ready to Love, Joy and Big Daddy Clifton. Now, I ain't gonna hold you. I don't like Joy, and I think she a woeful woman. But y'all know I love me some Clifton. Now, I do think that Clifton emits, medium big energy when he allowed Joy to control him and allow him to completely also disrespect Dakia in her favor, but outside of that, Jeremy loved himself some Clifton. I thought that he was a nice guy, and I wasn't really mad at him like that, but, it is what it is or whatever. But so we see that they're basically getting ready to move in with one another. They basically let us know who they are. Joy from season 6, Clifton from season 6. He's starting his own beard line. I'm gonna have to get that. I'm gonna definitely support. I'm here for it. And then, Joy is basically singing, Supreme bops at Mexican resorts. Live your life. Anyway, so what we're seeing now is them basically trying to get a grasp of where their life is going. You have this woman who was out here singing, come see about me, and in Mexico at this Fulala resort. And then you have Clifton, who was a program manager. Now he's an entrepreneur, and he's trying to start his whole business. And he also has kids, and y'all know Joy ain't got no kids. That uterus has not pushed out any life. The only thing that's pushed out is hate and ignorance. Okay, no babies in sight yet. Now, what I will say is that I really do love the fact.
I am so sorry. Yeah.
What I do, what's come on, like what I do like is the fact that Joy is completely open to meshing their lives together. She's fully ready to accept and embrace Clifton's children, and Clifton only has sons, so it's about to be a house full of men, and they're actively moving to a bigger house that they're going to be moving in together. And they feel like they're on their own little, island resort. They're like their own little place off in, the world right now. And Joy says, that they love it. And when we're seeing them in the house, we're seeing them in the bed, and they would say, "You remember last night when we did it like this? And when I flipped it over and I opened it up like this, and then I put my leg up and I opened the lips up like this.
Oh my
And then
God.
I shot the bazooka gun at you, then you hit it like this." And I was like, what is this?
Oh gosh.
Oh my God, I wasn't ready for that.
So what did y'all feel about this, about the introduction, about Clifton and Joy? Now I want to hear what you have to say, Chef, because I know you're not familiar with Clifton and Joy, because
I was just about to say I'm not familiar with them, but I ain't gonna lie, I did like Clifton. I actually put it in my notes, like Clifton can get it. Okay.
You was
But
giving like okay, Clifton,
yeah, I felt that. I felt that
yeah,
thing.
like
But
let me like he had you twisting your dreads around your fingers.
yeah, a little bit. I was like, okay, Clifton, I see you. But I did like them. Her, I guess I haven't really gotten much of her to kind of judge her a little bit, but the introduction to them I thought was pretty dope. But like I said, I ain't watched Ready to Love, so I didn't really know who they were.
I'm gonna tell you one real quick about how Joy gets down. Joy comes off real nice, real sweet. You think you gonna love her. Let me tell you, I love Joy the whole season. I promise you. Towards the ending, it was towards the second to last episode of the finale, I was like, start little things that she started to do. I was like, wait, what was that for? And then at the reunion, she just let the whole mask off. Baby girl tried to literally destroy the woman who Clifton was also interested in, because Clifton had like 2 or 3 choices at once, and his top 2 choices was her and this woman named Dakia, who's a 45-year-old NASA space mechanical engineer.
Beautiful woman.
And also very beautiful woman, and she's also a owner of a dance company, helping youth basically get through college. Like, baby girl is doing everything. She's an amazing woman, and I thought that her and Joy were both amazing women. Just one more amazing than the other, but nevertheless, I thought they were both amazing. Right?
I just seen some stuff about her on Twitter
we got to the reunion, and then Clifton already chose her at this point. Clifton chose her. Clifton already allowed Dakia to know at the beach house that she was not getting chosen by him, and that he wanted to be with Joy, and she accepted it. She accepted. She was hurt, but she accepted it. She didn't push back. She didn't try to be rude to nobody or anything else like that. Joy got to the reunion and literally tried to destroy this woman's self-esteem.
I'm gonna have to look up Miss Joy. Because I ain't hearing no good things about Miss Joy.
Baby, I read the dog shit out of her doing my reunion review. I read the dog shit out of Joy. So much so that she found my Instagram account and blocked me. I wasn't going looking for Joy. Joy came and looking for me and blocked me.
I wasn't looking for Joy and Clifton that season.
You got blocked too?
No, she ain't found me. I found her.
Oh, I was about to say, my Lord, today.
Clifton, we fans over here. We may not like your wife to be or whatever, but we fans over here. Whatnot? Now, how you feel about the introduction? JB says what?
I mean, you know how I feel about Joy. I can't stand her ass. When I found out Joy and Clifton would come on this show, this is the last 2 people of any Ready to Love season that I would rather see. Joy with her pick me vibes that she gave at the reunion when she came for the kid. And Clifton had already chosen her before we got to the reunion, but then he came to the reunion, gave her a key, giving her a key, not a ring, a key, and she went off on the key. I still don't see it for Clifton, because Clifton, I felt a way about him doing how he did Dakia during the season, because he whiffle waffle between Dakia and Joy. But I ain't too happy to see either one of them, but Joy is the last person I ever want to see in my life. I can do whatever.
It's crazy how the couple that we didn't want to see the most came back. You want to know something? I would have really loved to it, like if Simone and Rashid was somehow living in DC and they got on this show, it would like Simone would be so hilarious on television. And I
Sound
know for a fact that her and Ashley would probably go at it because they're both very much alpha women, very much, boss chicks. Now, but unfortunately, we get Joy. Maybe
Yeah.
she'll sing us a little
He put that in Mexico.
something. Maybe she'll
That's what sis
give us
sound like.
something. Huh?
That's what sis sound like.
I think she sounds like a little bit, like something like that. But I ain't gonna hold you. She can sing. She can sing, y'all. She can sing. I'm not gonna hate. Baby girl can sing. She can sing. Now, let's move on, y'all. So now we are seeing Ashley and Quick talking. Ashley and Quick are sitting at the edge of the bed, y'all. And before we get this serious conversation started, all I could see as they were at the foot of this bed was that Quick legs were dangling.
Mm-hmm.
They was like, I was like, oh, look at little itty bitty Chris. Oh, look at the little. He was looking like them little kids eating a little popsicle, on the park bench while he was talking. Them legs were just going. I was like, he can't even see that he just crossing and dangling them little legs. I was like, oh, okay. But what we see is that an update between Ashley and Quick. Now, Ashley and Quick basically says that, they're both still busy. Now, Ashley is also busying herself. I was like, girl, I'm glad that you're doing it because you complaining and wanting this man to stop his, to stop his grind for you is never going to happen. But, now you're going to now you're at a point where you're just going to have to also busy yourself and get a nanny, period. Make sure it was one of them old ass bad built nannies. So these niggas don't get no crazy ideas. They like to hump anything with estrogen real close in proximity. Get you a old ass hoe named Ethel with a sagging tooth and a missing tooth and a mole right here on her lip. Like, one of them Chrissy Lampkin moles.
Not Ethel.
Oh.
Okay. Now listen. So what we hear now is that Quick feels that Ashley is coddling her son. They show photos of the son. Like, it's so crazy that all of their kids look just like Ashley. Ashley has some very strong genes, don't she?
Mm-hmm.
Baby girl face is just transplantable, ain't it? But what we see is that they believe that, Quick believes that Ashley is coddling the son and babying him and spoiling him because she's waking him up for school. He said, I ain't never had to get woken up for school. You spoiling him. Let him be a grown man and, grow up and miss school sometimes. And she looking like, what? Let him miss school. That's not gonna happen. And he's a child. And then she was like, he's not a child. And then Quick said, he's not a child. He almost 15. And she says, he's in 9th grade. He's a child. They sometimes they don't wake up. You have to wake them up. That's how children are. But Quick is completely thinking differently. And Ashley is attributing that to the fact that unfortunately the Quick's mom passed. So he didn't get that mothering after a certain point. So for what mothering may look like for Ashley, it may comes across as coddling or babying for Quick because he didn't get that. And they're at an impasse and they're not really understanding. So how do y'all feel about this argument and how it went down?
I'm gonna say I was a little indifferent with the argument because I can kind of see where Quick is coming from. Because at the age of 14, you ought to be able to set your alarm on your phone and get your ass up and go to school. Period. But again, for me, Ashley's delivery in the confessional about Quick was a little like rah rah. She was coming a little hard for me. But I do agree. I mean, he ain't no grown man, but I do think he is at an age of responsibility to be able to get himself up. I mean, you about to be 15 years old, and I'm still waking you up. Me personally, you better get your tail up. But yeah, and then again, like I said, I feel like Ashley's delivery was like rah rah. You know, I'm pretty sure Quick is used to it, but to the viewers or to me as a viewer, it did give off a little rah rah and a little too much for me. But that's
And what about you?
So I agree about that, about her delivery. It was it was strong about, your mom died when you were young, so you didn't get that. But I do agree with Ash a little bit more than I do with Quick, right? So he's not a man, so he is not a little child, but he is old enough to, set an alarm on his phone. And even when I was like 14 and 15, right? My mom would still wake me up. She wouldn't like wake me, I wake myself up, but I'm notorious for going back to sleep. So she'll be like, Jerome, get up, it's time for school. And I'm like, I'm up, right? So also, because I saw this on Twitter and I agree with this. He talking about letting miss a few days of school. If you let your kids miss a few days of school, you're gonna be in a truancy court trying to explain why your kids ain't at school.
yeah.
Let
I
them
thought
know,
about that as
let
well.
them know. Say it again for the people in the back.
So yeah, you let him miss too much school, your ass gonna be in a truancy court trying to explain that, and then you're gonna be in jail behind your child missing school. So I get Ashley, wake him up. You don't have to wake him up, but make sure he's up. Because I'm not gonna go to jail because you ain't taking your little ass to school. Get up and let's go.
Yep. So, in my opinion, I understand what Quick is coming from when he says, he should be able to get himself up, because I went to law enforcement academy, and our, like, we call roll at 6:45 in the morning. You had to be there early, so I had to wake myself up and walk myself to school. Like, I was not getting, any rides. And if, before that, before I had, moved to the city, that was closer to my school, I had to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning where it was still dark, walk all the way, like, damn near a mile to a bus stop that's in front of my zone public school, and then get picked up from there to go to my magnet school. And I had to do that all by myself. Now, was it sometimes that I probably could not, wake up in time, and, I needed a little bit of help? Yeah, but that's what my mom was there for. But at the end of the day, that's what I feel like Ashley is saying. Like, he doesn't need me to always wake him up. I don't always wake him up for school. I wake him up sometimes. And you gotta expect that he's not gonna wake up sometimes, because he is a child. He's not in the 11th or the 12th grade. He just came out of middle school. So I think it's completely understandable. Although I understand what Quick is saying, I do think he might be being a little tad harsh on, Ashley's parenting, as far as, waking the son up for school. We are seeing the coddling of black boys in this scene. I don't think so. I don't think so. Why is it that us black people, we have to grow up with such, then again, let me, like, let
Well,
me
I'll say this. I
let
think
me
for me, and I guess it goes back to your childhood. You're only going to speak from your experience, and some of us just ain't had that. You just get up and do what you have to do. Not saying that he's at an age where he don't forget or he don't oversleep. Not at all. But I think, again, at the age of 14 is when you should start holding your child responsible for waking themselves up. I mean, I don't know. I guess for me, like I said, it's just a bit different because my nephew's 10. They know what time it is. Get up, get up. I mean, and we don't have to always go wake them up. But again, I think that it comes from the way that you're brought up and you're raised.
Mm, that is, like, that is true. That is true. So, in my opinion, I feel like they both made some really good points. Do I feel like maybe she can be a little bit more stern with him and be like, now you only get one time a week for me to need to wake you up, and then that's show ass. Maybe something like that. Maybe like getting it, like a good compromise of the two. Now let's move on to the next scene, shall we? Hmm. So now I don't know where they were at. I don't know if they were at some type of get together or some type of party, but they're all, they're all sitting around, getting themselves, situated at this party. And we see Ashley, her husband, we see Reina and her husband, and then we see Joy and Clifton. Now, I low-key think this was at Jason's party, but I can't remember if it was at Jason's party or not. Was it at Jason's party, JB?
I think that was the only group scene that they had.
Yeah, that was the only group scene that they had this episode.
So this happened at Jason's party.
Yes.
Okay, cool. I'm not tripping. So they were at Jason's party, right? We see, oh, by the way, we see before everybody gets there, we see Arena and her sister, getting everything together, getting everything ready, and they're really scared that little Jamie ain't gonna be there. We all know little Jamie gonna be there. Little Jamie's not about to miss this. Like anytime they thought little Jamie wasn't showing up, little Jamie always came through. like last season they made a real big, is little Jamie coming? It's, oh my god, is little Jamie coming? To their anniversary party of 25 years that they didn't want to talk about. After that, they were kind of scared that he wasn't gonna come to that. He ended up coming. So I was like, I think that he's gonna be there. I don't, especially for his little brother. I definitely see that he's gonna support. But when Joy and Clifton got there, they came, to the group. And this is when we hear that, Arena and Joy are very cool people, they cool friends or whatnot. And Jamie says they had actually met them through a party that he was hosting, and they just hit it off from there. And then Arena also let us know that Joy and Clifton were also really cool with Ashley. So what we saw was basically, that she had some ties to both of the people in the group. I was like, whatever lie y'all got to come up with, child.
That's because that's what it gave me, was nothing but a lie.
I was like, whatever lie. I was like,
it gave
whatever
me a
lie that y'all got to come up with. Whatever, child. Okay, do whatever you got to do, child. But what we hear is that, it's a lot of new things that is happening. So they're basically saying, oh my God, Joy is newly engaged. We saw you get engaged on television. Let me see the ring. Let me see the rock. Ashley said, oh, okay. I was like, Ashley, so shady. I was like, Ashley, you gonna have me windmilling for you all season. I'm not ready, y'all. I'm not ready to argue for Ashley. I'm really not. All right, so this is when Joy is so happy, y'all. She is filled with so much glee. She's up there like, I'm on TV. Can the camera see me? This my man. And then she says, also, y'all. She's like, she was like, is it okay? Okay, don't touch them. Okay. She said, also, Marjorie Harvey and Steve Harvey, they're gonna be having me, talk at they single mothers, brunch about love. And I'm up here like, now, Joy, this is where you fucked up. I was like, now you can't say some shit that don't make sense in front of Ashley. Because as soon as she said that, the record scratched. It actually says, but you're not a mom. I was like, well fuck. I was like, does Ashley miss her words for anybody? Is there any time that Ashley holds her tongue? Probably not. And at this point, Joy is on the defense. Joy is up there like, is single. They asked me to get to come. No, I'm not a mom, but they asked me to speak. But she says, but you're not a mom. She just kept on repeating that. Like no matter what Joy said, Ashley kept on repeating, but you are the mother. I was like, Ashley is hell. But I don't like Joy. I don't like Joy anyway. So I was okay with it. I was like, okay. But if I'm speaking objectively, I what I feel that Joy was saying objectively, of course, is that she was invited to speak at a convention or some type of brunch or whatever, and they wanted her to speak about her experience at Ready to Love. Maybe single mothers wanted to learn something about her experience through the process. It is what it is. Like, you can learn something from somebody who's not a mom. You know what I'm saying? And maybe that's why they asked for her. Like, what would you expecting her to do? Were you expecting her to say, no, I can't be there because I ain't got no kids? Who gonna say that when Marjorie and Steve Harvey invite you to talk at their at their event? Who's gonna say no?
Exactly.
Exactly. So I'm up here like I didn't understand, but I do understand in the way that Ashley was questioning. But I really do feel like it was because Joy had brought it up very oddly. You didn't need to bring it up. It was for single moms. You could have just said, I'm speaking at an event for Steve and Marjorie Harvey, in front of single moms and stuff like that. Maybe you won't be a part of their entertainment. Let them know that you also sing too. You might have cranked out a little Diana Ross bop, do you know where you're going to? Do you know the bling, the blah, 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 something like that. But like Ashley, Ashley was trying her hardest to destroy this lady's pride and moment. I was like, damn, Ashley, I was like, all of that wasn't necessary. But I don't like Joy, so I'm not mad that she get impressed. I'm not. Because she did the same thing to Dakia. She pressed Dakia for no reason. Now she getting pressed on national television and getting embarrassed. I'm not upset. Sound like karma to me? All right. So how did y'all feel about this scene, Chad?
I'll go first. So, I'm like you. I didn't feel too much about Joy getting pressed, but I'm gonna defend her as hard as it is, right? So, like you said, maybe it is a Ready to Love panel that she's on, and it just happens to be single mothers that are there, right? But what can Joy really say to single mothers, though, is my true question. What can she say to single mothers? So I get Ashley's point of view, because Ashley was talking about, she's a married mom, so she can't really just speak to, what single mothers go through, because she's been a married mom the entire time. So I got her point of view, but I'm like, damn, girl, you just kind of coming at Joy kind of hard. But again, I ain't really feel too much for her because of how she did the kid at the reunion. So turnabout is fair play, in my personal opinion, when it comes to Miss Joy.
So I'll say, not knowing Joy and kind of knowing Ashley, not really caring for Ashley, it gave me. Huh?
You don't care for Ashley?
Absolutely not. I don't care for Ashley. I don't. I like Reina. I don't care for her husband. He know that. And I mean, everybody else on the show is like hit and miss right now. But I'll say that it did give me Mean Girl and Ashley needed a moment, But again, I don't know anything about Joy in that sense, but I do feel like that, like, if Steve and Marjorie called me, you think I'm going to turn that job down? Like, I could speak to single mothers, fathers, grandmamas, granddaddies if they ask me to, too. Again, I ain't fit to turn that down. I mean, sis, if you spoke to married moms, I mean, you hating a little bit over here. I'm just saying. So that's just how I felt about it.
Are you speaking to married mom?
I mean, girl. Steve asked me, I'm supposed to turn that thing down? Absolutely not.
Y'all, I miss collaborating with, it's like Chef Dun Dun so bad. Y'all, listen. Ashley, I guess it's too late to say this because I know that season is already wrapped. It's okay. It's okay to not to give us a 10 every time you on the screen. It's all right. It's some days we might need a 7, to balance everything out. But every single but I swear, y'all, I don't think that is Mean Girl energy. I just really think that that's how she is. I just think
she live Mean Girl energy. She gives Mean Girl energy.
I don't get Mean Girl energy from her. I don't.
Season 1. The way she
Yeah,
treated
she
her,
definitely gives Mean Girl
the way she
energy.
treated Winter last season, that was Mean Girl.
It really wasn't. Winter was really coming across real crazy.
She did come across crazy, but I mean, Ashley would just keep going and
Yeah.
going and going.
I don't like. I think once again, Jeremy's gonna be on here arguing and windmilling for Ashley. I see it. I see
You
it.
is.
Yep.
I
'Cause,
see it, child. I see it.
she on Twitter defending herself anyway, so y'all will be.
Right. Oh,
And
that's
she-
I
talking about
like.
reality TV, girl.
I
This
don't
just
know,
says
y'all. I feel like
season.
my spirit never lets me down. My spirit doesn't lead me into places where I'm not supposed to go. And something I really like about Ashley, I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm a little bit too. Maybe because I feel like a lot of her reminds me of myself. But maybe I'm a mean girl.
No, no.
But
Not the
then
same.
also, you know, a lot of misconceptions about me, Chef Don, that has made the streets think that I'm a mean girl.
I mean,
So
and I get it, but just like you said, she every time she in the scene, she got to come out rah, and it does come off Mean
every
Girl
single
style.
time I'm on a
That ain't
video,
how
I'm
you
giving
come out.
rah.
But you rah in a funny way.
I was just gonna say
She's
that.
rah like I
I'm sticking it to
constantly
you.
gotta be
But
like,
but I'm saying I think that she's hilarious though. When she said, "But you're not a mom," I literally bust out laughing. I'm sorry.
I don't
It's
know.
like
She
she
give me
like
Mean
Winter,
Girl.
not Winter, but like Ashley has dry humor to me. Like it's very flat, sarcastic, and dry, and I love it. She was like, "But you're not a mom," but I like you, Ashley. If nobody else like you, Jeremy like you. Okay, Ashley is unhappy. Where are you? Like,
She is.
Something. That girl is mean.
wait.
That girl is mean.
What does that have to do with her saying, "But you're not a mom"? Chantal not to go. You holding that in? What does that have to do with anything? We're talking about something completely. We're talking about her being the mean girl, and then that town Nigel girl says Ashley is unhappy in her marriage. That shit was random as fuck. Anyway, one thing I would not allow y'all to do is play on Ashley's dome. Like, leave Ashley alone.
Yeah, you
Okay.
definitely gonna be windmilling, friend.
I see. I will. Woo, child. Listen, maybe I sound like Giselle and Robin fans. Is this what they sound like?
Oh,
Wait. What do you talk about? Speak on this shots. Y'all out of control.
Like I'm saying, like this is she's sexually frightened. No, she's not. She said that her and Quick get it in all the time.
Y'all gotta chill.
She said Quick, like they be going round after round. She like Quick said after the 5th round, she still want to go. Ashley has a demonic sex drive. 5 rounds. I like another round said I love Ashley too. I'm saying like me in another round, we're always right here. Me in another round, I feel like me and her always think alike. Like I loved Ashley from the first episode. I was like, I like her. I like Ashley. And I think that Ashley is a star. Give me a second.
I don't know if Ashley's a star though.
No, she want to be that it girl.
She does.
She is the it girl.
She
like
want to
she's
be the it
definitely
girl.
that girl.
Ashley gives Ashley Darby. She is Ashley Darby.
What y'all will not do is windmill and beat and try to jump me on this live on here tonight.
She is Ashley.
Y'all will not tag team me. Like she is definitely not giving Ashley Darby. She can definitely read. She can definitely throw shade. Her and I really love to see her and Winter go at it because I feel like they're so equally versed. If you watched last season, her and Ashley were like going tit for tat. She basically saying, I was born. I don't like the winter. I was born in the fall. And she said it with that Baltimore accent. I was like, not the fall. And then Winter basically saying Ashley was in her crouching linebacker stance. And like it was a good time, good shade between the two. Go ahead. What you got to say, Chef?
They said it'd be over too quick.
It be over too quick. What be over too quick?
They said it be quick, like quick.
Oh, y'all saying the quick, like the quick is
Is quick.
Y'all saying okay, y'all saying so the 5 rounds is going in like 5 seconds. Because I was like 5 rounds of peen. That ain't enough. I was like, what type of demon cooch does like Ashley have? It was like you probably had to throw some holy oil on it.
Why are y'all on one tonight?
Ashley is definitely trying to be y'all. What y'all won't do is try Ashley. Leave her alone. Ashley is a nice lady.
Oh man.
She can go 5 rounds and needs to go 5 rounds because she built up. Jeremy Quick is never home. That's why she's a married single mom. Okay, Ashley got that snapper. Okay, let's move on. So in the confessional, not Quick, but Joy and Clifton are basically saying, haters gonna hate. At the end of the day, my babies are gonna kill it. Do y'all feel that Ashley was hating?
I don't think she was hating.
I didn't give you no hating vibes.
You didn't get no hating vibe? Okay. So she is not hating, y'all. So at the end of the day, she was just making a valid point that Joy ain't got no kids and her womb has been untouched. At the end of the day, Ashley told a fact. Ashley don't lie. One thing Ashley has not done yet is lie on nobody. Maybe she didn't need to say it, but it's a show, so something has to be said. The drama gonna have to come from somewhere. Somebody gonna have to take the blame. And I guess Ashley gonna be the one. Ashley gonna make this show pop. She gonna be the one starting ish all season, but I'm gonna be here for it. I like Ashley. I feel that Ashley and Winter are both the stars equally of the show. I can't wait for Winter to come back. I see her in her X-Men Storm wig.
Oh my God.
Hey, yo. No. Winter has no friends in real life. Because if sis continue to keep wearing that little blonde toupee on her head that she just picked up off the floor and went like that with and slapped it on her head, I can't do it. Winter ought to be shaming herself for that wig. That is
she said she was giving y'all a little winter storm.
You could see her little roughness all up underneath. She wrong for that. She ain't even swirl down her baby hairs, like they do when they put the wigs on and none of that stuff. It was horrible.
Give me a second, y'all. Chi-Town Naja girl told me to check my DMs. What did you send me?
No. See, y'all laughing, but I need to send Jeremy this picture. Oh, we're gonna see who laughing now. Frank, you gotta put this on the screen. Oh God. Okay,
child, now little Jamie literally disrespecting Quick, child.
I saw that earlier.
Do y'all want to go into that after we wrap this up, or do y'all is that it for y'all? Did y'all have something to do?
We can.
I'm good.
So I guess I should ask you now, Chef, is this something that you want to do on a regular with us, or because I know that me and JB says what is going to be doing this normally, but if you want to partake and do this as a trio, I would not be upset.
That's totally fine.
Unless also you wanted to review Real Housewives of New Jersey with me.
Either or. I'm good with either or.
What about both?
I'm good with both.
Okay, period. I feel like and we can alternate channels.
Yeah, that works.
On top of that. So y'all heard it right here. Jeremy and Chef are doing Real Housewives of New Jersey. Hopefully we'll pull in the white women's on our channel.
Oh God.
Fucking with me, they won't be around.
I just sent you a picture to your phone. I probably should have sent it to your Instagram, but y'all would know.
Now Now, Chef Down Down, what the fuck did you send me this shit for? Now you know I'm gonna have to show this shit on the screen. Give me a
That's
second.
what I want you to.
Now, why the fuck would you do this to this lady? You know this woman has been through a lot. Give me a fucking second.
Well, ain't no way. Ain't no
Hold
way.
on, y'all.
Ain't
Like,
no way.
y'all, why the fuck did this man just send me this fucking photo of this woman? I simply cannot. This photo is literally sending me. This
Yeah.
photo is literally sending me. Oh my god. Is this what it looked like without the Photoshop on it? It didn't look like this on the promo shot. Bitch, it didn't look like this on the promo. JB says, turn on your camera. You cannot run. You cannot run from this.
No, you gotta be back.
JB says, what? Turn on your camera. Turn it on.
Y'all are being shady. I like when if this is winter, y'all. I like. What the fuck is that? Oh.
Wait, Keisha said winter was so pretty and low resolution.
Oh. That
yeah, that is horrible. That is horrible.
That is one of Kim Zolciak's old
Oh.
Now, if Ashley said something about it, y'all be calling her a mean girl.
Actually, I wouldn't, because somebody need to be a mean girl for this week.
No, my goodness is winter. Y'all want to know who would never look like this walking out? Ashley. Ashley know better.
Oh no.
My eyebrows on fleek, but that wig ain't. That wig need to be thrown in the trash.
That eyebrows on fleek, but that wig game on weak.
I just
Baby,
thought
this is like one of them Tyler Perry play wigs. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a mic attached to the top.
You got a mic right there in the middle.
Like you know, they always like the women who wearing this haircut in the Tyler Perry plays be like, Jesus, I tried everything.
Oh,
I just want him to love me. Jesus, love me again like he used to back when we were married.
Oh, yeah.
Lord, I love you. And then it turned into the whole, A, B, and C selection.
Ooh, her wig's about looking like Sharice's.
Yes.
Yeah.
That wig that ran from Karen's forehead.
Anyway, let's move on.
Okay.
Like you got what you wanted. Anyway, so listen. So what we see next is that they're all basically talking, then they disperse. At this point, we see that them all doing a toast for, Jason, and Reina gets emotional. Jamie Jamie just want to take credit for every damn thing. He was like, how my son is the life of the party. He get that from me. And it's just it just touched my heart, and I got so emotional. I'm over like, okay, Jamie, if being the life of the party is cussing your wife out in front of company, I guess that's what it also could look like. I guess it could look like a Cabbage Patch or whatever. But it is what it is, y'all. So they got emotional, and they cried, and then you see little Jamie popping up in the back, and then like Reina basically says, "Oh, you see like little Jamie over there," and then at this point, after all of this is said and done, like little Jamie steps up to the mic and gives his own little speech, and he said, "It literally be making my skin crawl how much they sounded like little Jamie and Jamie." Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, y'all. I know that this might come off of as offensive, but I don't like a Baltimore DC accent. I don't like it. Something about it gives me, speech impediment. Something about it, I just don't. It just does not. It don't. It's like the vowel pronunciations are off.
I like
It
the
was
way
like,
Reina talk.
and like, he was basically like, little Jamie, don't grow up like to be like your little brother. I was like, what? He was like, we don't do that. He was like, we don't do that. I was like, do that? And then like he was like, I want you to learn from me. Be better than your brother. I was like, okay, child. And then he was like, is that
Do
so you
your
gonna
what?
learn
Do
from
your
your
brother?
is you gonna learn from your brother? And then like little Jamie said, yay. I was like, yay. I was like, what is this? I was like, what act? I was like, I'm sorry, y'all. I don't like the DC accent. I don't like it.
I know a lot of people that don't like it.
I don't like it at all. And the more I listen to it, the more I dislike it. Cause I was like, are y'all purposefully trying to mispronounce these words?
Right.
It's too much effort into giving wrong vowel pronunciations to things. Now, it's a difference between you and you. Like what we won't do is that. But you know what? I can't tell y'all how to speak. I can't tell y'all how to live. And I can't tell y'all how to live y'all life. But anyway. But child. So at this point, Jamie says, I gotta holler at you for a moment. Little Jamie is like, oh damn. Now, before we get this started, Chef Down, where you at?
I'm coming. I have to clean my nose, child.
Okay, child. I thought you was ducking for cover.
Oh no.
I was like, okay, so at this point, I want to let y'all know something. I am being objective as possible. I think Jamie was wrong to approach this boy on nationally syndicated television to talk about this situation. And then you're asking him like rhetorical questions that literally makes him feel like his manhood is being questioned, makes him feel embarrassed because he has a camera in his face. And then you expect him to be open and honest and sensitive to what you're telling him, and he's just gonna come across as defiant, rude, and defensive because he's literally on nationally syndicated television while you're trying to have this conversation, asking him to repeat things that was in text messages to try to embarrass him. To me, that's what I was seeing, and I don't want to hear shit about this being a real ass moment. It's like we were just having a real conversation. It's supposed to be our lives. It's supposed to be this. It's supposed to be that. At the end of the day, like I'm saying, like I just think that some conversations are not meant to be on television. This conversation was not entertaining. This conversation was very uncomfortable to watch. I don't know about y'all, but I was uncomfortable. I didn't like it at all.
If I could say this, I didn't think, for me, I feel like again he was taking away Jason's moment because that should have been all about Jason. I feel like if you would have had a conversation with him, all somewhere, not even during that setting, like another scene, another day, or whatever the case may be, like we didn't need to see that at that particular time. That was the wrong place at the wrong time because, like you said, what it did was it agitated little Jamie more, and I think that him approaching this saying, because he told him what twice that he needed to talk to him about them text messages. So it's almost like you are trying to embarrass me, but then we get out in the hallway and you mad saying that I'm embarrassing you. But you got exactly what you was asking for because his whole intention was to embarrass little Jamie. And again, that conversation should have happened like in a different scene. If you're gonna bring it to TV, you see what I'm saying? Like Jason's party was not the place, period. It wasn't.
I agree with that. And I agree with what Jeremy said. Like some things we don't need to see on the television show. This happened obviously off camera.
Right.
It happened in the text message. So we would have been none the wiser if Jamie and them had never came on camera and talked about it. And then also, like Chef Don just said, this moment was supposed to be for Jason, celebrating Jason going to doors and everything. So why, even if he put, I mean, he pulled him to the side, but even still, you caused the whole scene. And then when you got into it with him, you went back into the party cussing, talking to quick time, talking about how fucked up this is. So you just made it even bigger than what it was. And then you got the producer out there talking to him, obviously he was upset, he was embarrassed. So then you go outside and then you have Jamie come outside and embarrass him even more. So like I said, some things we don't need to see on the TV show. And then this was a wrong time, like how we say about Housewives, when people do things like Ash will bring up stuff, wrong time, wrong place. You just embarrassed your child on national television, basically. You could have saved it for another scene or off camera.
Yeah, and like I said, I'm not trying to be insensitive to, the parenting and stuff like that. Although I do not personally like Jamie that much. Handsome guy, can dress down, probably can't eat or beat no coochie from what his wife says, but very handsome man. But I just don't like, he irks my spirit. Can y'all imagine being married to him? Ooh, Reina a better woman than I ever could be. Because Jamie is just obnoxious. And I feel that he definitely ruined his son's party, ruined the son's moment for his own selfish, get back. Because the stuff that he was saying wasn't he was trying to initiate an argument with Jamie.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
If we actually break down what led up to this, he said, so I just wanted to talk to you. How you doing? Why you come late? Jamie said, I didn't come late. I've been here. Y'all just are now seeing me because y'all, talking to everybody. He said, okay, well, why you didn't drive with us? He was like, why I got to drive with y'all? He was like, because of what you said in the text messages. Now I was like, Jamie, now what the hell did he said in the text messages have to do with him not driving in the car with y'all?
Exactly.
Not a damn thing. And he was like, what you said in them text messages, repeat it. And then it went downhill from there. You literally wanted to embarrass this boy. And we all have to understand that although little Jamie might be, maybe immature, little nugget head, little Tweety bird, little yang 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 or whatever, but he's a grown man. And I think that if I'm not mistaken, little Jamie almost 26. This man is close to 30.
Yep.
Can I ask a question? Because I kind of see them in the comments saying that. So Jamie being a cop and him showing some of his patterns as a father, that's like an excuse, or I'm just wondering. Because I mean.
Can you repeat your question one more time?
I guess I'm just asking because a couple of people are saying now that they know that he's a cop, it makes sense in the way that he's acting. So that's I'm not sure I understand that.
So what they're saying is, I'm not gonna lie, it's very true for a lot of people who's in law enforcement and in the military, and it's something that I struggled with myself after I got out, is learning how to communicate with people. Because a lot of times, because the law enforcement, military, those things are lifestyles. That's the way that you live your life, because that's the way you have to be majority of the times of the day. You have to speak a certain way, act a certain way, be a certain way, and it's hard to learn how to turn that off when you go home. And they're saying that's possibly why he's acting the way that he's acting.
Yeah.
Right. So myself, it took me a long time to learn how to talk to people like a regular person and not somebody that was in the military. What would sound like, when I was in jobs working as a civilian, the way that I may have talked to people comes across as disrespectful, versus in the military, it's just, you're giving out a direction. If I it's a difference between, how civilians say, hey, could you please go clean the bathroom and, go wash the dishes, please? Versus, a military person says, hey, those dishes need to be washed, and after you finish that, please go and wash out the bathroom. Thank you. You see the way they sound completely different?
Yeah, I get that. Yeah,
and I used to talk like the latter, and I didn't see an issue, and I was like, but I'm just, And like, when somebody would get upset, I was like, why are you upset? Like, I'm just telling you what needs to be done. And they said, because it sounds disrespectful. Jeremy, you still have some of it. I didn't do I? And I thought I come across very nice. Explain yourself, Shan, in the comments. I want to hear more about what you feel about that. But let me move on. But I'm serious. I want to hear why you feel that way. Now, let's go. Let's move forward. Now, as we were, as we traverse through the party, at this point, Jamie, like little Jamie is getting more disrespectful. I was like, the more they talked, the more uncomfortable I got. Because I felt like it was reaching a boiling point. Like I really thought that big Jamie was going to kank back and hit the shit out of him. Because the amount of disrespect that little Jamie was giving, I was scared. I was like, is Jamie was he a violent parent, or like was he a person who gave out whoopings? I was like, he comes across as somebody who's stern, but he don't, to me, it does not give that he used to whoop his children's ass. That's why I'm not getting that, because they don't have that fear. They're intimidated by him, but they don't have the fear of getting their ass popped. Because the way that little Jamie was speaking, the disrespect was too much. And when he called him a fool, I was like,
well, it could be the fact that his dad has to uphold a persona in front of the cameras, right? That could have been the push too. Like, I can disrespect you. I can talk. You ain't about to do this in front of the cameras. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not about to do this in front of all these people. Maybe that was his thoughts.
Jamie, to me, gives
not making an excuse though at all.
In some of the chats on other pages I've seen, when you are speaking your opinion, it shows you have a strong opinion, and when you give a question, the women will get upset. Child, you're talking about those Melody fans. that is not a good. That's not good. I know exactly what you're literally talking about Melody fans, because that hasn't happened anywhere else. I don't think that has anything to do with me being in the military. More so me not kissing Melody's ass. But
Oh, you see what Nola said? Could that be possible?
Allegedly, he treated Reina bad, and Lil Jamie became resentful. I don't know anything about that. I don't want to just say that, because that's a very strong statement. But I did. I
mean, well, treated bad can mean anything. It doesn't mean abusive, but we've seen him treat her bad on camera. Mm-hmm. I mean, so that's not far off, in my opinion.
Yeah. And I'm just saying, like, if you're gonna be that disrespectful and that aggressive, you at least could know how to fuck. Like, at least you could dick her down into submission. Like, I'm saying, for you to do all of that and not be able to fuck, that's crazy. Like, y'all, I literally y'all want to know, I understood why I dislike Jamie so much, because I dated somebody just like Jamie. So I dated this director of security at this company years ago, and I actually did try to reconvene things with him, during Christmas. If y'all remember, I came home during Christmas and I was up here in shambles talking about my love life. Like, I dated him, and he would always nitpick everything that I did and talk to me real, like, aggressive, and I felt like very disrespectfully. And he was always picking arguments with me, but he wanted me around so badly, I didn't understand it. And like, he couldn't fuck either. I'm just saying, like, the sad thing about it is that he watches his channel.
Oh shit. Yikes. Sorry, bro.
Oh, Joe. But like, we were like, and then anytime, like, I remember we were in a comment, we were in like texting, back and forth. And I had said one time, I was like, I was just trying to give out a compliment just to show him my appreciation. And I was like, I love how aggressive, you are, and how, blunt you can be. Like, it kind of is kind of the turn on. And he was like, but don't act like you can't be aggressive either. And blind, I was like, I didn't say that. And it just turned into like an argument until I was like, okay, child. And then he would like, I was like, all right. And it was like one thing, like he did one thing like on it was like the 2nd of January, and like it rubbed me wrong, and I never talked to him again. I was like, it's the same thing that it was back in the day. This nigga didn't change. He ain't changed. Reina, you see how I did it? Huh? You see how I did it, Reina? Yeah, you take what you can take, and then you move on to something else. Huh? You don't have to do this if you don't want to. It's a man out there who could treat you right and dick you down and eat you out like you supposed to be. Don't be trying to convince us you don't like a little lickety split down there. We know you do. You just don't want Jamie to do it. And Jamie let us know that because you were sexting one of his friends. That's something that they said last season, right?
Yeah.
You was talking real nasty to one of the friends.
She was in the DMs.
Mm-hmm. All right. It's like I'm saying, what we not gonna do in 2023 is allow a man to disrespect you and also not give no bomb ass dick. Like if you gonna be disrespecting me, at least when we get to the bedroom, you gonna have to show me why I deserve to be disrespected. Disrespect me in here. Disrespect me in this bed right now. Disrespect me right now. But it's giving like it's giving Jeremy don't give. I don't. Back in the day, I used to be very real timid about it, especially around him, because he used to intimidate me. He's taller than me. He's from New York, but it is what it is. But anyway, y'all, like I'm saying, but he's a real nice guy. He just don't know how to talk to people. Nope, shade to him or whatever, But now he's getting more disrespectful. Right, y'all? Little Jamie says, I ain't got to deal with this shit. So he walks out, goes into the hallway. We can see the producer chasing after Jamie. Little Jamie, come back and speak to your father. Tell him how you feel, Jamie. And then Jamie goes back into the party. And he basically saying, I ain't got to deal with this shit. These motherfucking kids always got to tell me some shit. I don't want to hear shit. I don't give a fuck about shit, bitch. I'm trying to tell these motherfucking kids shit, and they ain't trying to hear shit because I'm telling these kids shit. Period. I'm gonna feel like, oh my god, he completely fucking up. Lil Jason, bro. Lil Jason is trying to cabbage patch. He getting bumped by Jamie, like bogarting him out the way so he could chase after Jamie in the hallway. And then Jamie goes into the hallway, and then you can see the producer running. Jamie, tell your daddy how you feel. Jamie, come over here and tell him how you feel. And then Jamie like pushes her out the way. Like gets down, and he was like, you gonna stop embarrassing me. And then the son's like, you gonna stop embarrassing me. And then he says, oh, what? And then little Jamie says, oh, what? He was like, what you gonna do? Don't let these kids stop playing with me in front of these cameras. And then Jamie said, you better stop playing with me in front of these cameras. And then it turns into a scuffleation. A little scuffleation of some sorts, right? A little scuffleation. So how did y'all feel about all of that? Chef, you're muted.
Listen, it was unnecessary. It wasn't needed. Like we talked about this a little bit while you was gone a while ago. How, again, I just feel like this was the wrong place, wrong time. We just doing a little bit too much, in my opinion. But I get it, the disrespectfulness, and I can probably understand how a father would get a little upset with the disrespect. But at the same token, like I said, this conversation didn't even have to happen. It didn't have to escalate and even get to this point.
That's true.
I agree as well. Like, yeah, I get that this, he felt away about the disrespect, but you agitated the situation in the first place. You're the one that brought this up on camera. You the one that, talked to him kind of crazy, right? So he just matched up. Basically, what it is, Lil Jamie just matched his daddy's energy, and he wasn't ready for him to match his energy at that party. That's why he got so upset, started cussing, and went out there. He wasn't expecting for Lil Jamie to match his energy.
Yeah, it was quite strange, like that you would choose nationally syndicated television to like confront your grown son about something. Like, I don't know. I don't know how I agree with that, but I was just so confused. I was like, what made the scene even worse was the producer.
Mm-hmm.
The producer talking about, Jamie, tell your daddy how you feel. Like, she was just running down the hallway. I'm like, what? I was like, you're making everything worse. Go away. This girl, you thinking this is a scene? He don't need you to tell him how to talk to his dad. Like, it was like, y'all, I was so tired. I was so through. And then we get a to be continued. And this is apparently gonna continue the next season. So apparently we gonna have to see trauma be continued on to next season. The producer was so out of line, then got scared. I'm trying to tell you. Like, I was like, why are you in this boy's face telling him to tell his daddy how he feel? Obviously, the daddy don't give a fuck, which is why he left. He did tell his daddy how he felt. I was so irritated by the producer. And then her ass like, Jamie, tell your daddy how you feel. I was like, why are you running? And then when shit got too real, she was like, okay, what is security? I was like, okay, this is giving too much. But I got something else in my DMs though. Jeremy, I would love to watch you produce a reality TV show. That behind the scenes footage would be hilarious. Why would you? Oh, Dominique, I see you. I see you. I'm gonna look into your messages today. Thank you, thank you for the access to your Amazon Prime, baby. Okay, let me see. Let me open this. So let me open this. So where is this at? It says Jay's reality blog. Okay, I'll look on there after. I'll look on there right now. So I can get it straight from the source.
I will say
Jay's reality blog. Period.
I will say one thing. I think this is going to be a lot better than season 1 was.
Ashley is so fucking pretty. Oh my gosh. Oh, I love Ashley.
Reina is gorgeous.
She is. Reina is.
Oh, it's Ashley.
Reina is gorgeous, honey.
She is.
Like, Ashley, just look at the face. It don't decline. I just love this lady. I love this lady, y'all.
You typically like the mean girl.
I love this lady. Like, I'm a huge fan. I'm sorry. I wish I could see what y'all. Actually, I don't wish I could see what y'all see.
It's right. Oh,
what is this?
Did somebody just ask what this is?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, it's Jamie disrespecting Quick. Oh, okay. So what we see is basically Jamie saying, how the fuck somebody who got shot and or stabbed got some nerve to call somebody bad? I can hear this shit in his accent, and it's literally making me throw up.
Yeah.
Like, motherfuckers' life be so perfect. Like, I can't even replicate. Y'all know I'm really good at impressions. I can't even replicate a DC accent. It is so hard to do. It's on some other shit. I can't. Take that DJ off your name. Who is you? Once again, denying the English language. Before you speak on my life, hire a stylist, Mr. 10 shows in 2 days. I mean, I wouldn't be upset. I mean, I wouldn't be upset if he got a stylist.
He wouldn't be upset either.
He wouldn't.
But I'm just saying, Lil Jamie, it like telling somebody to hire a stylist when you unemployed is quite funny to me. Because only one of y'all can afford one.
Quick stance, I was a little too tight in them interviews.
What is this?
Lil Jamie,
it's that clip.
Having issues. I thought it was good.
Maybe that's kind of why you feel like
It's like you feel like I'm coddling him. Lord Jamie, me and Reina talked the other day, and she told me that at 15 years old, Lord Jamie was getting locked up for. So I feel like maybe these conversations that you're having with Jamie, how little Jamie has turned out.
Also, I just want to be real. I love it. I love Ashley, and I love Ashley to death. But I'm gonna just be real with you. If somebody was having this conversation on nationally syndicated television about my child, I would never be friends with them again. Just go be real.
Yeah, I was gonna say that I would definitely will feel some type of way if I was Reina and Jamie. Yeah, absolutely.
Jeremy gonna be cussing like if anything, fucking Carlos King be cussing the damn cast out. Carlos King be cussing the hell out of them people. Y'all. I promise y'all through like it wasn't until this latest reunion that I saw a different side of Carlos King, and I was like, that's how he's able to tell these motherfuckers what to do. It was at that moment when Martell basically, this is something I do not do. I swear, all of you mellow bitches, all you other hoes who like that, like don't come here. This is not welcome for you bitches. Don't come here. Okay, this is not a safe place for you bitches. All right, but like I was saying, I saw when Martell had said, I shouldn't like you basically let her talk about my child here, and you didn't do anything. And like I swear, like Carlos King ate him the fuck up real quick. I was like, yikes. I was like, shit. I never saw a forceful side of him like that. I was kind of intimidated. I was like, oh, that's how he's doing. I was like, Carlos King he ain't no bitch. He ain't no bitch. Like he checked Martell with the quickness. I was like, yikes, that's embarrassing. Not you really had an actual issue about your child and brought it to your boss, and he literally shut you the fuck down on nationally syndicated television. That's crazy. But anyway, so how do y'all feel about Lil Jamie basically, talking about Quick? How do y'all feel about the conversation that Ashley and Quick had?
I already said, don't talk about my kids. We're gonna have a problem. Period.
Even though you've been talking about them on nationally syndicated television,
that don't give you the right to do it.
Exactly.
Talk about your kids, not mine.
True. How about you?
Yeah, I don't agree with either. Ash will have to see me talk about my child on TV.
That's true. It was shady as fuck. I can't deny
it was
very shady.
It is like she tries to expose shit on the slide tip. And I know she gonna just say she was just having a conversation, but she knew what she was doing.
Mm-hmm.
Reina told me that her son at 15 went to jail for perjury. At least our kid ain't doing that. Like, I was like, wait, that's not the type of shit that you supposed to say.
Exactly.
It was crazy.
Right. Like I could talk about my mama, I could talk about my kids, I could talk about my dad, I could talk about everybody. But you, on the other hand, listen, y'all better ask Shakana. It got up popped in the mouth. So you know what I'm saying?
But in Ashley's defense, it wasn't her, it was Quick who brought it up.
But both of them. Don't now one of y'all do it. I'm popping both of y'all because I see both of y'all talk about my kids.
Period. So I see, but like move Black Queen, move Black Black what is it? Love Black always? I don't know why I thought it was Black Love. Okay, so she said Lil Jamie was a bad child though. But what does that have to do with anything?
You still not gonna talk about my child, bad or not, bad or good. I wish you would.
Who is quick to judge? Wasn't he in them streets and got shot? Apparently, I didn't know he got shot. I think he said that in the first season, but I probably forgot. I probably forgot he said that.
But Lil Jamie did try to come with a little drag, dog.
He did drag him real quick. He did. It was a quick drag.
Oh.
Y'all, I just feel like I feel like I'm about to be windmilling for Ashley all season. My God.
Yep, you're gonna be in that album by yourself.
Okay. I will say DC has won me over.
I
this
told
season.
you, without Monique, the show was tolerable.
It
That's what
is.
I said. It was Monique
I
literally.
was wanting them to shut up talking about her. She ain't
Well, I
on
said
here.
it
Let's move on, honey. Let's move
That was
But
my
the
thing
thing
on.
is,
too.
what y'all are not understanding is that like when this had all happened, they were all supposed to still be filming. They did not know
Yeah,
been a part of the cast yet.
Yeah,
yeah, that's
because
So they were still expecting her to be at these events. So they kept on inviting her. She wasn't showing up, and they were like, "Okay, so why is she like dissing us? Why is she ain't showing up?" They didn't know that she didn't like because they all signed their contracts, quote unquote, together. So it was slated for her to return.
But let her tell it was the money.
I don't think it was
let
the
her
money.
tell it.
It
Carlos
wasn't
King
the
ain't like
money.
that story she
Huh?
put out about her marriage. That's what
It
they
wasn't the money.
It wasn't the money
Yeah.
because ain't nobody about to pay Monique shit.
Bravo.
Shit, like Bravo ain't about to take you back. And well, let me not say that because Bravo just might drop Wendy and add on Monique next season and piss me the fuck off. But I don't think Wendy going nowhere.
Yeah, Monique wanted more money, but she not worth the money. She was boring season 1.
I don't think it was that at all. I don't
Well,
think
it wasn't that. She's just lying. That's
yeah.
how Monique does is lie.
Like I don't know. Like, but ain't nobody about to give Monique no money. Like, who's about to give Monique some money? Especially if this show take off, sis, you definitely ain't about to get no money. Then if the ratings get higher when you not there, that just proves that you was never that girl, which you never was,
She never
Monique.
was. She's
Well, I
never.
never
actually
was
think
that
that
girl.
their premiere did pretty good for. I think it did pretty good.
What like how did it do? Like
Hold on, I'm about to
300,000?
pull it up. I don't think they made quite 300,000, but
257.
I think it was 275. If I'm not mistaken.
Oh, that's pretty good in my opinion.
Let's see.
Monique wants
TVD.
to get back. I promise y'all, Monique wants to get back on RHOP. She gonna try to.
Please keep her away from there. I don't want to see her back on Potomac.
They're not gonna bring her back because I guarantee you, Candace's gonna say if she come back, I'm leaving.
I'd rather look at Therese and her bad wigs.
Oh no, so it was 247, which is still good. Because at the end of the day, this show still come on Saturdays. A lot of people really be doing stuff on Saturdays. So I think that's decent for a premiere episode for the second season.
True. I feel like all I got to do is turn up the drama a little bit more, and trust me, Ashley and Winter gonna make that happen.
Definitely.
Yeah. They season premiere, so their lowest from last season was 2,076 viewers. So it's not too bad. We'll see what they do.
It was a good start.
I think so too. It was a very good episode.
I thought you said you didn't like it. It was a snooze fest.
It was a snooze fest, but for me, why I said it was a snooze fest because they kept talking about Monique. I know that they thought Monique was coming back, but I don't want to hear about Monique. I like Monique when she was on Potomac sometimes, but I don't want to keep hearing about Monique. I don't care about what her and Big Boy are doing. I couldn't care less. She lied. Monique, she is one of those people who, like she said, that People Magazine lied and made up their story. Who are you for People Magazine to make up a story about?
She had already told on herself when she said that she had done an interview with them and they wrote the story in favor of Candace instead of in favor of her. Girl, you just told on yourself. That means you definitely gave this story to them. Carlos King ain't like how that story went out and he got you together about it. That's just what it was. That's just what it was. I mean, that's my theory, and it's gonna take a lot for me to quit that theory, but that's just what I believe.
I mean, even Ashley mentioned that BravoCon that they were going through some, marital issues.
I believe she probably really told Ashley that. I do believe she really told Ashley that. But and we all know Ashley is messy and she gonna say whatever you tell her.
Exactly.
In my opinion, I just want to say that Jeremy never liked Monique like that. And I'm happy that she's Monique, don't you ever think that you're gonna be able to come back on Real Housewives of Potomac. We don't want you. Wherever you are. Candace has now become one of the front faces of the show. And her and Giselle both don't like you. And bro, Giselle Giselle, Candace and Robin, if her manly ass come back, don't like you. And if they're not in the scenes, girl, it ain't gonna work. Because ain't nobody about to watch a scene with Monique, Ashley, and Karen.
No.
So don't even try to do it.
Child.
Bravo is not gonna give you the payday that you think that it will. So you could try to break your contract.
But it was a little check for her.
Mm-hmm.
Let her tell her that the season 5 reunion. That was
Like, because she was basically saying she wasn't even doing it for the check. How much does Monique think that she deserves to be paid? Why does she think that she deserves a certain amount of money? What did she do? What views did she ring in? Because it definitely wasn't the views on the show.
Mm-mm. Maybe she can go back to her YouTube channel.
That failed too. They wasn't even supporting that.
Oh shit! I tried to help her.
Mm-hmm. So do y'all have anything else to say what's going on everybody's respective channels? Y'all know we gotta build up the fan base to watch this, because the girls ain't really into DC yet. We gotta break it in. So we gotta get them some bomb ass reviews for this.
You asking what's next on the channel? Tomorrow I'll drop my personal review for this, as well as Potomac. Y'all already know I'm working on this awards show, so I've been busy doing that. Y'all make sure y'all head over to my page and subscribe to the website, everything like that. But other than that, that's about it.
Okay, period. Somebody said that like y'all must not be following Monique. She doesn't carry herself like she used to. She's all hobo now. I think she meant boho. Bohemian chic. Okay, go ahead. Tell the people what you got going on.
So I got to get caught up on some of my reviews because I am behind. So I think today or tonight or tomorrow, you guys, I will be doing my Real Housewives of Miami. I'm one episode behind on that, and I got to do Love and Hip Hop: The Family Reunion, the last 2 episodes of this show.
Baby, I was baby. Yesterday, I was like, Lyrical, why you pop Chicano like that? Why did you pop Chicano?
Yeah, I didn't watch it on when it happened. My best friend texted me. She said Lyrica can't fight for shit. I'm like, who did she fight?
At all. Then I went why you run up on that girl?
Slapped at Shakan. I'm like, girl,
why you run up on that girl like that? And you can hear the little hit because it hit that mic. I was like, Lyrica, come on now, girl. But I don't like Lyrica, and I think everybody that know me know I do not like that girl. I'll take Chicana over her any day. Sorry.
That's it. I'm catching up on those 2 shows.
I started watching Miami again day before yesterday. I'm on episode 6.
This season is good.
It is good. But I think I'm gonna wait to do an overall reunion. I mean, not reunion, but a review. Mm-hmm.
Well, the reunion is getting ready to film for Miami.
I saw Andy asking for questions
that he never asked.
Actually, sometimes he do. I think what they do, though, of course, I think they kind of reword them sometimes to make them fit for them. But I do think he do sometimes ask the question. I ain't gonna say all the time, but sometimes he do.
We need a new host for Real Housewives reunions because Andy Cohen ain't doing it.
We need new hosts for Bravo, period. I mean, even the white shows are sick of Andy.
Yeah.
I mean,
he shows favoritism with some of them.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm over it. But this was fun. Yeah, I'm ready to do it again.
Trying to make it as enjoyable as possible.
Lenny is pulling the weight in the hell on Lisa.
Listen, that Lenny Constantine is something else, baby.
I would whoop him and that hoe's ass.
Not a combo ass whooping. I'm done.
Oh yeah, both of them can get the business.
Absolutely.
Because you followed me on Instagram and then sleeping with my husband, and then you in the club and gonna lick. Well, Lisa was putting 20 on 10, but she licked her lips at me.
That was hilarious.
She licked her lips.
I'm done.
Yeah.
But thank y'all. Are y'all doing anything today?
I might.
It's
You want to be going
7:45.
live more, JBs? You have to do more lives. That's
I
where
will
the
go
money
live for
at.
basketball. I will go live for basketball wives.
You've been saying that since the first half of the season.
But I did do a live for the season finale of basketball wives. But
You got to
when they
do,
come
because
back,
if you like, the thing is about the algorithm, friend, is if you do
I
not do
know.
consistent lives, it don't work.
I know,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna do consistent lives with basketball wives. That will be consistent. And then I think I'm just
No shade. I'm a little bit interested in this second half of Basketball Wives. I was like, we forgot about y'all. Real tea, we forgot about y'all. But since y'all back, okay, the trailer looks slightly interesting for me. So I'm gonna give them a little review.
Jeremy himself personally don't give a damn. I'm not talking about the basketball wives, and I ain't talking about them loving hip hop hoes either. I can't.
Oh yeah, I don't do no reviews on them, but I do think Basketball Wives. I do.
I cannot watch that loving. I can't even watch loving hip hop. It's just so mind degrading. I just can't do it.
but there will be some.
Oh, y'all, listen. Period. Hear ye. Tomorrow at 9 p.m. I will be doing my review for Love After Lockup.
Now that's my shit right there.
This shit about
I'm just gonna have to watch the review because I don't know nothing about them people.
That is my shit.
like Chef Dun. This is the most ghettoish shit I've ever seen in my life.
It is.
This is the most hood boogery bullshit I've ever seen. And the fact that they've asked me to watch this shit lets me know that they want me to destroy these people.
It's a train wreck, but it's a good train wreck for me.
But y'all wouldn't know what? I ain't gonna let y'all mess with Big Daddy Michael or whatever. Y'all gonna leave Michael. Michael a good man. Y'all, I was like, Jeremy got a crush on Michael. Michael look like a lot of these OnlyFans porn stars in the gay community, don't he? It's a lot of Michaels that look. There's a lot of Michaels in the OnlyFans community in the LGBT, right? Why ain't y'all answering me? Y'all can hear me.
I don't know that person.
I'm talking to JB.
I got no comment. I don't know nothing about OnlyFans.
Oh, okay. Chad. You want to see
I believe a whole lot about to come out about Robin.
You want to see what he looked like, friend? Let me show you. Let me show you what I'm gonna let me show you.
I'm about to get up out of here because Ellen missed the show talking about Michael Darby.
I'm
good and well, you're not talking about no Michael Darby.
We definitely are not talking about Michael Darby, and she's definitely trying to get blocked out of chat and get her wrench taken. That's obviously what she's trying to do. But I ain't about to allow her to ruin my peace. So I'm about to show you who he is, child.
Not y'all. I'll watch this ghetto stuff now. Maybe I need to tune in.
That's what that's what I said. I was like,
I've been watching this in season 2. It's a hot mess. It's my Friday night.
It seems like it's a sector of that because all y'all going up for that. And that post you made when you said that you was binge watching, friend, that post probably got about 100 likes or something on there now.
I haven't even went back.
I looked at it and I was like, dang, they like whatever the show this is.
That's because they've been asking me to review it for over a year now.
If you get on Twitter on Friday nights at 8:00, I don't know where you are, Chef down, but in Dallas at 8:00 it's on TV. Get on Twitter and just look up Love After Lockup. That's all everybody's talking about. It's a mess.
I might have to get into it.
I'm not gonna hold you. Michael don't photograph as well as he looks in on video.
No, because I saw
maybe it's just me. But I'm gonna show. I guess this is him with his daughter, but he just don't look as good as he looks on the TV show. But I'm gonna show you what I got so far. Yeah. So this is Michael.
Oh, Michael look handsome.
Child, Michael is fine as look.
Yeah, put another picture up there because he do look good.
I'm trying to. That's the best one I could find.
Oh wait, he do look good. He do look good. He do look good. He do look good.
Like
he on that Love After the Lockup. He was locked up.
Yep, he was locked up. But he have a cute friend named Mocha. That's a man that's real protective over him and about his future. And he don't want him to wear his wedding ring.
Because he a rapper though.
Because he's a rapper. Turn your camera on. I already say I thought Michael was giving me a little how you to it, but I don't want to like Jerry don't want to be the one who always calling people gay. But I'm just saying, like, when I saw him, he definitely looked like the type to be in somebody's OnlyFans. Like, I was like, he definitely gives me an OnlyFans content creator.
Ooh.
But does anybody have any final words before we unplug tonight and Jeremy lays down his burdens by the riverside?
I'm not messy, so I don't know what type of insinuation you're trying to make at this very moment.
I'm not trying to make no insinuation. All I said was OnlyFans, period.
No, I'm talking about LMV.
LMV says, but what do you say? What LMV saying? I might have to give it a look or two.
She's saying, but I'm messy, Chef. No, and I'm just letting her know that I'm not. She's trying to call me messy. I'm not messy.
Oh, when you turned off your camera when I talked about Mocha and Michael and like their friendship and how Mocha don't want him to wear his wedding ring.
Make sure you check your email when we get done.
Who, me? Me or Ellen?
You.
Oh, okay. No problem. All right. So anybody got any final words? No? Okay, y'all. So I want to thank all of y'all for watching. This was a little fun review or whatever. I can't wait to see y'all in the next one. And until then, peace. Bye.